This one is called KU11 is a proc orchestra. Okay, so obviously proc is a typo. It was meant to be prick because I was making it on my 2015 MacBook Pro at the time, and when you use the orchestral sounds on complete or any of native instruments, it's taxing on the CPU. So I was getting a bit frustrated. Luckily I managed to get it done. It's borderline a score this, but it is 140, so I did have an idea for like a grime artist, just to completely switch the game up. You know, them grime artists are like they're stubborn, they don't want to be playing on something that's like a score. So this is the first riff. A lot of quantize on this. I might have quantized that one, and that may be why that is the one thing that keeps bugging me a little bit. Maybe it's just because it's quantized and the rest isn't. Sorry for yawning. If you've been following me and the story, you've been seeing I've been this is why I'm trying to rub this glue off my hands. I've been treating the library. That's the first riff. Second riff, I actually play the chords on my left hand, I think. The straight major chords in my left, and just play the first and fifth in my right. Them two together. Don't think I put any quantize on this, yeah, because I wanted to keep it loose. So it was. Off it has that kind of just really emphasizes. I think that's what might be bugging me about this, you know, because I quantized that first riff. It depends, you know, because I'm playing everything in. Sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I'm in a groove, sometimes I'm not, depending, you know, we're all human, like. So that's them three. Now the string section. Forget it, mate. Forget it. I can't. I played it separately at the time. I'm going to play it separately for you now. I was trying to be smart then. The first string melody was. It was. Second one. I never quantize strings. Don't quantize it, man. Just leave it flow. Leave that shit flow. Anyway, all them three together. And then obviously with everything else in. It's got compression, EQ, reverb and tape delay, but that's the sound on its own. That's like a pre-chorus. Full beat is on my SoundCloud. I'm going to go into the percussion on this one because it's pretty epic. There's some like kind of African bongos in here, and then it's like more classic orchestral percussion. This is the percussion. Big fast forward a little bit. Big thought. I'm not even sure I put anything on them, you know. Compression limiting and reverb. I used the RC24, which was originally from the Complete 9. You've got that thud. Underneath, it's a contact sound. I've got a velocity processor on it. With me playing it, sometimes the velocities can be a little bit too. Velocity processor, for those of you who don't know, is basically a compressor for velocities. Velocity, kind of. It just, you know, if you've got some really quiet notes and some really loud ones, it, you know, brings them all on the same level. It can just save a little bit more work post when you come to, you know, instead of if you bounce your files as audio, which a lot of people do, and then mix it that way, it'll save you having to compress it too much as an audio file. So this is on Orchestra, it's just on the Orchestral Contact Factory Library or Factory Selection, one of them two. So that's that. And there's a second thud. Just them undertones. Then you've got lead kick. Now I have no idea what this is. Lead kick. See, this is where they're actually bongos. Sorry. All them together. So snare rolls. These are all contact drum sounds. All of these are contact drum sounds. I got to a point where I wanted to keep it as orchestral and authentic as possible. So if I'd gone to battery or some of my own drum kits that I've got, they just wouldn't fit. So I knew I intentionally stayed with contact. So the EQ on this snare roll, let's be really geeky here. I've been loving my bit of 5K at the minute. Just to make myself sound old here, when I say rolled off, by the way, it's an old school term of physically rolling it off. In case you're thinking, what am I on about rolling it off? You mean like moving it up and down with the mouse? No, mate. Roll it off, yeah? Anyway, so the snare roll was. And then snare fills. Okay, I'm just going to show you these because these are really just random little hits. So these are the snare fills. Just big reverbs. Really thinned out on the EQs. See that? That snare fill, I've literally just rolled bottom end off. So all them together. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. But this is the beat.